Hello there, this is Cookies, and I've turned 92 of Ba, and Cataclysm is still rolling, and we're still losing mages. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So we empower in Earth and Astral, so continuing to power up our golems so that we can do some stuff in Kata. We do awaken a couple of gen blocks. This Carib dies for summoning that gem block. This Carib also dies for summoning a gem block. We cast 3 red seconds, Plague of Locust. A Dire Portent does go up. And this is a new global. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. And you can see that there's a little bug here. Alright. So, you get bombarded by assassinations. So we do lose a Malika here. So this is our Blood Malika. She is not going to survive this. But she does manage to leave the building. Alright. That of course means she dies. We do lose a Carib. We lose a Priest, a Mukarib, a Wolf Tribe Shaman, another Mukarib, a Garnet. Let's see if she had any gear. I think I still had some gear on these people. Yep. So, lose her with some gear. This Mukarib. And this Revenant. We probably had some research boosters. Yeah, he had an Alquil. Alright. And then we've got 2 battles, I guess. So we see some of the combat happening between Man and Pyrene. So it looks like we've got a few monks going up against some PD. It does seem like something was supposed to show up with the monks. Either that or they got patrolled out. And in Osiri, we got some trolls going up against some PD. The PD is probably not going to fare well here. At least without the Serpent Fiends. Unfortunately, we do lose our Mound King here, too. Because we forgot to move him. That was a stupid mistake. Alright. We gain some more unrest and more magic that we don't want. Kata keeps hitting. The Outer Throne has been destroyed by Skabiel, the Maker of Ruins. So we'll take a look at that. If you remember, either a turn or two ago, I was talking about throne garrisons and how I thought many of them weren't, they didn't appear strong enough for Dominion 6 for defending a throne. So it looks like someone did lose one. And then we lose 19 troops to desertion. We have 3 provinces changed into forests. And we lose another Mukarib to 2 Mukaribs to disease. Alright, so this is just a butchering on our mage core. And so we can see that Skabiel killed Lish, the throne of Lish, or ate it. So the army that was here is gone. The temple that was here is gone. The probably blood-sacking priest here is also gone. All of these things are good to me, except the fact that the throne's gone, because I probably wanted that throne. Would have preferred it to be some other throne than Lish. But the temple checks from that throne are also gone. So some damage done here to Zan. And you can see, I believe it helps us get a candle here in Pannonia. Now, speaking of Dominion, the global that Zan put up is Dreams of the Awakening God. What this global does, or I should bring it up. is all provinces without friendly dominion have an 85% chance of gaining 1 dominion spread. So it turns all enemy provinces, essentially, into a temple to yourself. Extremely powerful global. And to show you the impact from just one turn of this global being up, we can take a look at our dominion graph. And you can see, like, we were slowly losing dominion, and we were fighting to try and keep it, but this turn we got walloped. We lost, I think, 2.5 bars of our dominion. And the last time we had dominion this low, I think Bandarlog was still alive. And we own a lot more than Bandarlog now. So this is pretty concerning. And Dominion has a way of kind of like when it gets low, you accelerate losing it even faster. So you ideally want high candle provinces. And you can see we're just losing Dominion all over the place. We've only got 4 candles here, 2 here. We still have our capital with high Dominion, but a lot of these other provinces, you can see they're starting to get chipped away. So what is this, like 7 candles, and this might be 8. But some of these other ones are just 1 candle, or 3 candles, or 5 candles. All right, and then even down here, we don't have a lot of candles here either. And down here in Bay Pond, this is a little like bastion for our Dominion, but this is extremely worrisome. So what this does is it essentially solidifies the fact that we're going to war with Zan. So as soon as our nap runs out, which I believe attack orders can be put in next turn, then we're going to go ahead and start attacking Zan. And one of the things that we're going to target is a lot of these priests that are blood sacking, because with Dreams of the Awakening God working against us, we're going to need to work very fast to hit other sources of temple checks, and that includes preachers that are blood sacking and temples. And he's got a lot of unforted temples, and he's got a lot of obvious preachers that are probably blood sacking. So he's got several alchemists here. So we'll need to figure out how to solve that, because we might not be around much longer. This is a dom kill strategy. Kitson has a lot of unforted temples. He's fighting Pyrene. Pyrene has been spending a lot of the game wanting to destroy those unforted temples, so Pyrene's actually looking forward to this war. And I'm just trying to hang on. Now, in some ways, I feel as though Dreams of the Awakening God was unnecessarily antagonistic, because it's going to kill me first, and it would kill his primary rival, which is Pyrene, probably last. Pyrene can also blood sack. Pyrene has a fair number of temples. Like, Kidson might go second, like after me. He has more temples, but he can't blood sack. So even though he has a lot of temples, some of those are going to get burned down, and he's not going to be able to replace them as easily. And then he's also not going to be able to blood sack to counteract Dominion pressure. So in some ways, this is aimed at, this is a game-winning global. This is a path to victory. But the path to victory that it's pushing out is one that leaves you in a race with your primary competitor and knocks out potential allies. So I'm not sure if I like this cast, especially since I was planning to fight Pyrene. It seems like it would have been better to have me fight Pyrene than to force me to fight you just so I don't get dom killed. But it's also just really cool. And like I said, this is one of our first games for all of us in Dom 6. So it's just a cool strat to try and cap off the game with. So I'm not against it. Just from a winning the game perspective, I'm not 100% sure if it was the right plan. You might eventually win with Dominion pressure, but it's going to be real hard to Dom kill Pyrene, even with this global, because they can blood sack. And it's gonna take a fair bit to even Dom kill man, because their monks are so cheap and their temples are so cheap, and they already have a lot of Dominion built up. So, but it could roll through me. So, but considering I was a potential ally and I wanted to fight Pyrene, I'm not. And maybe he didn't trust me, or he didn't think I was actually planning to fight Pyrene. But yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about this one, but it is a really cool spell, and I like the idea of it. So, but as Naboth, we do have to respond. So somebody's trying to dom kill us. We need to go fight them. We can put in attack orders next turn. So we not feeling the pressure to nap break, even if we might die like 2 or 3 turns after the war starts, because this is a lot of Dominion pressure. But maybe we can relieve some of it by burning temples and whatnot. And it'll give us an opportunity to get some troops off the payroll. So these troops are moving down to Scraw Point. And otherwise, we're building up. We're building up in Pannonia, building up in Huberton, building up in Empolia, building up in Blue Coast. Just getting ready. And part of it, too, is we only have 1 throne to defend. And as the bottom position, I don't feel as obligated to all in protect my 1 throne, just to preserve a game state for other people. So this is a game state that Pyrene and Zan need to figure out for themselves. So Pyrene's got 5 thrones, Zan has 3, Man has 2. I wanted to go fight Pyrene, but I need to fight Vanarus due to the Dominion pressure from these thrones. Well, not these thrones, from this global here, and from all the blood sack. So, someone's trying to dom kill me, I need to fight them, is basically what I'm saying. So, we're going to go ahead and prepare for that. As part of that, we're doing more locusts. Still trying to fight off his candles. We need a kind of like static way of doing that, so a lot more of our stuff can go and fight. So we are doing locusts. We're going to do a 3 red seconds to protect these locusts. And otherwise, I'm not sure if we're doing anything crazy in terms of summoning. I feel like I have a fair number of Shaitan and Ifrits and Thugs and Marids. Probably not as many as I would like, because I put a lot of blood slaves into blood hunting gear and boosters and forts. But I think I've got enough to prosecute a war where I know my opponent has to leave large garrisons on their thrones or they lose them. So we can see a larger garrison here now. This is looking closer to what it needs to be. Would be nice to see some more quality here, but that might be glamored stuff. So he probably has sacreds here, so this might be good enough. He did lose Lish. And in terms of the underground situation, we can see some quality here. Maybe not enough troops, though. Berserkers, Drogs. Here, we've got Zamaze and Jade Maidens and a Tart. So these are starting to pick up. So they might be close to being able to hold. I'm not sold on it. This is still looking a little worrisome. This is very worrisome. So there's nothing here. So Horror could come and eat this throne very easily. Either that or he's hiding it with Veil Army gear. But yeah, otherwise we're just getting ready to set up. And I believe next turn attack orders go in. So let's go ahead and go over to next turn, and we can see what we're doing to try and respond to all this nonsense. And I'll go ahead and see you then. Have a good one.